What's up, reader? I'm stoked that you're here to join me for yet another review inside Natty's Nook. If you're new here, be sure to go check out my first review plus my channel intro, just to get a little bit of insight into what we're all about here. If you're not new here, but you have missed a couple of reviews in the past few weeks, go and catch up on them, because I'm sure one of those might just become your new favorite novel. If you're not new here, you've watched all my reviews, you've liked all of them 100 times, you told everybody that you know, including your angry boss, about my channel, and you've subscribed at least 20 times. Okay, now I'm stalling. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the next look inside Natty's Nook. Before today's review begins, first let me say 2020 is here, guys, and Natty's Nook is celebrating the turn of the new decade and the new year with a historical fan fiction favorite called The Night Divided. Now, this book has a 4.3 star rating on Goodreads and happens to be by one of my favorite authors of all time, Jennifer A. Nielsen. I love her work because it's very distinguished, it's high quality, and it's meant for all age groups, meaning I get to include the 8, 9, and 10-year-olds that want to cuddle up with a good book as well in this review. Now, this book is definitely not one to disappoint, even though all of her work impresses me, continues to impress me. Now, this book is centered around 12-year-old Gerda that lives in East Berlin with her mother, father, and 2 brothers, Fritz and Dominic. She also is surrounded by friends and surrounded by comfort because she finds this place kind of like home. Well, knowing that it's in Berlin, it's historical fiction, and it's by Jennifer A. Nielsen, we have 3 guesses what this novel is going to be centered around. First guess, Berlin Wall. Second guess, Berlin Wall. Third guess, Berlin Wall. Guess what? You hit the jackpot. This novel is about the Berlin Wall. It's not only the setting, it's also the conflict. When Gerda's family sends off her father and her brother Dominic to West Berlin to try and find a job for the family, they find themselves trapped on the other side, and the family is thus divided. So we find this to be the major conflict, and it's a really good one to start off with, especially within probably the first 20 or 30 pages in the book. So don't find yourself waiting, because you won't be. Now, this book poses a question in the reader's mind. When a small clue is given to Gerda pretty early in the novel, but not so early that it surprises you, will she take advantage of it? Will she leave it? Or will she find some way to reunite her family? The question is open, and it's yours to decide if you want to pick up this book and read it. I highly suggest you do, because it's a very creative way to learn about the Berlin Wall. I didn't know much about it, but I learned this book and it taught me everything I needed to know. I recommend this book for ages 10 and up, even though I said it might be for the 8, 9, and 10-year-olds. I don't know, it is kind of young for this book, but hey, I would just suggest maybe looking at it before you give it to an 8 or 9-year-old to read. I think this probably is a 5-star rating, knowing that it is my favorite historical fiction book of all time, and you are flipping pages a mile a minute. So, leaving you with this information, I suggest you go and read it, knowing that I recommend this book for an audience that wants to breed with spontaneity and passion. If you like this video, please click the like button below as well as the subscribe button to show that you want me to keep posting these videos. If you're interested in recommending a book, and I say this to anybody who might be on the fence or might not even want to recommend a book, I'm sure you've got a favorite. If it's not one that I've already reviewed, I might not even know about it. So at least send me an email and follow the instructions on the very, very end of the video, just for a little bit of information and a couple tips into recommending some of your favorite reads. Even if it might not be featured on the channel, at least suggest a book so that maybe later in time it could be featured. Maybe just not now. As well as doing that, please share my videos. I know that there are a couple lonely bookworms out there that aren't watching these videos that just want another really good novel, and I don't want to leave them unturned. So if you know anybody like that, or you know anybody that just doesn't really like to read, maybe it could turn their frown upside down. So share the videos with them and make sure they're informed, because one of my favorite reads could become one of their favorite reads. Thanks for watching my videos. I really appreciate your support, and stay tuned for the next look inside the Nook.